up, guys? It's Geo back for a bonus episode of Push to 1500 OU this week, or not this week, and just this very long episode. We're kind of going to be using a mashup of teams that I've kind of expanded on and whatnot when laddering in the OU suspect test here. Let's check out our rank real quick. Sitting at 1427, meaning that we can improve that nice and powerful 2063 coil rating. But yeah, we're gonna see what we can do in this episode. I have a couple teams that I'd like to try out, but we're gonna roll with the base cores one first, just because it is the team that we use this week. This is a very threatening Dio Sharp team that I'm not really sure I can beat, but we're gonna give it a shot. I know Deoxys D has been starting to carry superpower to knock out max speed by Sharp. So I am just going to go ahead and lead with Keldeo to get off a Spec Surf, which should do like 54% and get me red carded out. If he's Mental Herb, which honestly is better, I think. Well, Mental Herb might be better because it saves you from taunt one time. But yeah, he is red card. Oh wow, that does 64%. As he is Mental Herb and he gets the T-Wave off, and then the Stealth Rocks, I'm able to knock him out with the Surf. That's good for me because Keldeo isn't going to be too terribly useful for the rest of the match. Here comes his Venusaur, however, I can just come in and check this thing fairly reliably with Latias. So that's what I am going to do, even though that's the extremely obvious switch. He decides to switch into Kyurem Black. I'm fortunate he didn't switch into Bisharp instead. And I apologize if my voice sounds a little bit different. I'm trying to be a little bit quiet because it is a little late right now. But anyway, out into Heatran, hoping that he's going to go for a Dragon move or Ice Beam. And not Earth Power. Ice Beam. Woo! Alright. I'm going to go ahead and Willow, whatever he wants to bring in, and he's not choiced Kyurem Black, which I usually see choiced Kyurem Black. So that's unfortunate because he's just gonna do a number on this team, and it's really gonna stink. What do I need to get him down to in order to knock him out with a Bisharp Sucker Punch? Kyurem B. So I need to get him down to about 55%. So what switch can I make next? I'm actually just going to stay in and sack Heatran because Heatran isn't used for that much besides Bisharp this match, and Keldeo deals with Bisharp fairly well. So just going to Lava Plume here. Hopefully he'll overpredict and go for the Ice Beam or whatever. He ends up going for the sub. Can I break a sub? Yes, I can. So that's good for me because we are starting to get him down to that magic number of 55. He is just going to go for the Earth Power, take me out. He does have lefties, which stinks because that's going to be a slower deterioration. But actually, I can just come in with Salamence and start outraging things if I want to. What does a Rock Slide do from Salamence? That is the usage stats. Not the calculator. Alright, there we go. Salamence, replace Fire Blast with Rock Slide, and Kyurem B. So Rock Slide is going to do 43 to 51. Let's see. Oh! Our work is done for us as a Shade is going to forfeit, getting us up to 1450. Now we're going to try out a new team that has absolutely saved my butt in the OU Suspect Test ladder. This is Team AG, the awesome guys. We have specially defensive Mega Scissor. Kind of an interesting set here. I'm just kind of run through this really fast. It's just a bulky set with Swords Dance. This is standard Specially Defensive Rotom. This is standard Scarf Chomp. This is standard Specs Keldeo. Specs Keldeo has become a staple of a lot of my teams. This is Leftovers Talonflame. And this is Air Balloon Excadrill. But this team, I went on tilt for about 300 points on Coil today. And it was just not good at all. I was losing a lot of matches, and I was about ready to give up. And then I was like, you know what, I'll go back up to the drawing board one more time, and I built this team. This team has absolutely put me on its back. And it's been wonderful. But I think you are going to lead with either the Scissor or the Talonflame here. So both of those can be checked fairly well by Rotom, and that is indeed the case. So I'm going to Volt Switch because I know he's going to U-turn, or he's just going to hard switch out into Conkeldurr. That's great for me, because now I can go back out into Talonflame and immediately threaten him out with a Brave Bird and just go for the U-turn, predicting the switch. So this is why this team is really good, because it has the ability to shuffle a lot of popular teams in and out and in and out and in and out. I am going to go into Keldeo here because I can immediately put more offensive pressure on Chansey. And I'm just going to go straight for the Secret Sword, as that nearly takes it out. And I'm going to skillfully dodge a Toxic with Keldeo because I EV Train and Hacks. And I'm just going to go for the safe Sacred Sword again. Or Secret Sword. I made the noob mistake first time I was running Keldeo to put Sacred Sword instead of Secret Sword. The Espeon switch, no, never mind, he's just going to stay with Chansey. So I am able to pick up the KO there. That's really nice. Here comes Talonflame. Thank goodness I Rotom Wash for this. And the way that Talonflame behaved last time it was in leads me to believe that it doesn't have U-turn and it's a banded set. So I'm just going to go straight away for the Volt Switch because this thing's going to be hit fairly hard. Oh wow, he's able to take me out with the crit. That crit definitely mattered. What am I going to do against this thing? Garchomp saved me. Based Garchomp. So I'm just going to Dragon Claw because I don't, unless he gets another crit, yeah, he can't take me out. And depending on damage variations, that does anywhere from like 68% to 74, 75%. So I am going to be able to take him out with the Scarfed Dragon Claw. Now he doesn't have a whole lot that wants to come in against this thing. I can keep this thing around if I want to for Espeon, although I don't see a lot of use in doing so because I have other ways to deal with Espeon, namely Mega Scissor. So I'm just gonna Dragon Claw. There's the Drain Punch. I don't mind it too much because it's only Conk is only gonna gain like 1% HP after Rough Skin and whatnot. Then I can come in with Talonflame and immediately threaten this thing out. I am just going to go for the safe Brave Bird because I can afford some damage on Talonflame because I have Roost and Leftovers. Got a really painful battle on the OU Suspect test earlier today. Yeah, see, he overpredicted, so I am going to be able to take it out with a Brave Bird. But I got into a really painful battle on the OU Suspect test where it was basically Sylveon versus my Talonflame. And I had to PP stall him out of Hyper Voices. So I'm going to go back to the calc with Talonflame. Not Choice Band. Black Glasses works. And then Espeon. Flare Blitz is going to do a lot of damage. Do I already have Hazards up? I do not have Hazards up. So I'm just going to go for the U-turn right here and go straight into Excadrill because Excadrill can do a lot of work. Right here, I'm just going to go for the Iron Head because it gives me great stab, and I don't want him getting a free switch into Lando. Now that he knows I'm going for the Iron Head, I can safely go for Earthquake and hit Scissor on the switch, which is nice. That is a really bulky Scissor, which scares me a lot. So I'm actually going to go into my Keldeo, try to hit this thing on the special side. As it is Mega Scissor, it does try to set up Sword Stance in my face. That's not good whatsoever. Get out of here, Scissor. What do you think you're doing? You can't really touch Keldeo. Keldeo's going to absolutely smack you around. And this is why I run Keldeo, because Keldeo, like, absolutely demolishes this guy's team. So Keldeo is going to be able to take Scissor out with a Surf, even after the crit Bullet Punch. He's hacking me in this battle, but it's kind of non-essential hacks, because unless he's Scarf Lando, then I'm going to be doing just fine. I'm now going to come in with Scissor and start SDing up. Hopefully to where I can stall. Actually, no. I know an Earth Power does like 65 to 72%. against Mega Scissor, but I'm just going to start SDing up in his face because he can't really do anything about it. And I think at +3 I can take out Landorus. So we're going to test that theory right here. And if I nearly take it out, but Earth Power isn't going to do that much. So I can take this thing out with a Bullet Punch, and then I believe win the game with a Bullet Punch against Espeon. So I love this team. This team is honestly one of the better teams I've ever built. And it saved me from tilt so hard. So that is going to put us at 1472. That's super nice. I'm afraid to change to another team, even though I have a lot of other teams. We have this Tilt is Gone team that I might use. It's a Dio Sharp team, but we're going to stick with the awesome guys. I'm actually going to write out awesome guys now, so I don't look as lazy. Or just switch me over, that's cool too. This looks like a variant of Baton Pass. Yeah, this is a quick passing / variant of Baton Pass team. Shouldn't be too hard to deal with. Just because it doesn't have Scolpede. Scolpede is a real pain in the butt. But predicting the Ninjask lead, I'm just going to lead with Talonflame. Xatu lead. That's not a problem, as I can just kind of U-turn out and go straight into my Rotom Wash, and he can't really do anything against me. Don't think he has anything to touch me other than, like, a Stray Night Days, maybe. He is faster, which kind of stinks. But I can just come in with Scissor and start Swords Dancing up, because unless he carries Whirlwind, he's going to have a bad time. Roost and probably Nightshade. Please show me Nightshade. Okay, here comes Mew. I'm not scared of Mew whatsoever. Even Kaboom Mew is going to have kind of a hard time dealing with this, as I can still do 54% even after the +2 defense. Holy moly. Okay, I'm going to Swords Dance one more time, because then I can apply adequate offensive pressure to anything that he wants to do on his team. Let me see. Mega Scissor. I hope you guys don't mind me using calcs, by the way. Like, I don't know everything. Okay, so Bullet Punch is going to take out a regular Ninjask, but what about one at +2? Yeah, it's still going to be sufficient. So I am going to be able to break his chain right there, and yeah, he forfeits. That's not very surprised there. Yeah. So now this only means that we're going to have to do one more battle until we reach 1500 if we win. This looks like a very, very stally team. Probably physically defensive Mew, physically defensive Quag. Okay, Zero the Hero is impatient. Good luck, have fun, sir. I'm going to lead with Rotom Wash just because if he is, like, lead Mew, then I can kind of do some damage to him, but he actually leads Quag. Maybe predicting my Rotom Wash lead. If you did that, congratulations. Okay, so he's going to do that. He's going to use Infestation, which is honestly a fairly underrated move. It is kind of a gimmicky move, but it's also really, really cool. And I can appreciate anybody who uses it, because it's honestly a really, really cool strategy, and I wish I could use it more. Dusclops is probably one of the best Pokemon to use it on, just because Dusclops has nuts bulk after a Violite. Like, that thing is nearly impossible to take down. But here is the Venusaur. I'm just going to take this opportunity to Volt Switch out and hopefully go into what am I going to go into against this thing? I believe Scissor. I thought about running. Oh, he's just going to miss his Sleep Powder. That's actually kind of convenient. What is my Sleep Powder on this team? Actually, don't have a reliable answer to that question. Looks like Excadrill isn't going to be doing too much this match, so I'm just going to go out to that. I will happily take the Sleep Powder, because I don't think you have that many hazard setters. I know these two can stack hazards, Landorus and Mew, but I'm not really too concerned about that right now. Hopefully you just go for, like, Giga Drain or something. Oh no, you're just going to go straight out in a Conkeldurr. Talonflame. and Conch Elder. Brave Bird is going to do plenty to take this thing out, so that's what I'm going to do right now. Here comes Rotom Heat, the Toaster. Toaster is here. I think my safest play is to go out in a Rotom Wash. I'm really fearing the Trick Choice Scarf. Just going to go for the Overheat. Fine by me. I'm going to rest up and get all my HP back. Nice. Alright. Now I'm going to Hydro. Is Hydroing my best play? No, I'm going to Volt Switch. And he's just going to go out in a Venusaur, which is great for me because now I get a free opportunity to Brave Bird something. Actually, I am lagging a little bit here. Lag check. Oh, it starts to go as soon as I start typing. That's cool. Alright, but I think my best play here is to actually U-turn because there's no way he's staying in. Get that Rotom Heat out of here. And so now I get a free switch into my Keldeo, which is pretty rad. I'm just going to hit whatever comes in with the Spec Surf because Spec Surf is absolutely terrifying and decimates like half of the teams in OU. So if this, unless he's like Choice Scarf Kaboom or Choice Scarf Explosion, I don't think he can do that much to me. And he reveals that he is not Choice Scarfed Explosion, so that's cool. I think I'm at the point in the game where I can kind of scare him off with Scissor. So I'm actually going to go into Talonflame because he's just going to double Leech Seed. That's cool. I'm just going to go for the U-turn. He's probably not going to switch. Oh, he does switch. Never mind. Alright, so now we're back in the same scenario where we were with Keldeo. And I'm actually going to go for a Specs HP Flying here and try to hit Venusaur. Because if I do end up hitting this Venusaur, it's going to be not only very rewarding, but it's going to do a nice chunk of damage. Nice 36%. From there, I can just go out into Scissor. Is Scissor my best switch? I know he's going to Giga Drain. Or he's just going to Synthesis. Alright. I'm going to start setting up Swords Dances. I don't really care if he does that because I know he can't really touch me. He's probably going to switch here into his Rotom. No, he doesn't switch. Okay, that's cool too. He's going to Ingrain, which means this thing is just going to be so hard to kill. But why would he Ingrain if he's just going to have to switch at some point? He's going to Leech Seed again. I'm just going to Roost. There's no reason for me not to Roost. I don't think he realizes I have Roost. Now he's probably going to try to get out of here. I'm going to end up Bug Biting because that's going to... I believe that does like 50 or 60% to Mega... Oh no, that does 100% to Mega Venusaur. Uh-oh. Mega Venusaur better be on alert right now because all them scissors are coming through. I'm just going to end up going for the Bullet Punch because even if he burns me, I'm still going to be able to do a lot of damage to him. You see, that's 31%. He ends up trying to trick me, so I don't know what this dude is doing. After Leech Seed recovery, he may be able to live. A bit tired. It's all good. I'm happy to take your ladder points. Because, oh yeah, we'll probably give this team its own session just for being so astoundingly cool. So now that we know he is, Scarfed, I'm just going to Bug Bite. Because why not? I'm not going to, like, try to preserve the 6-0 or anything. Because, like, yeah, 6-0ing somebody's really cool. But I've also had times where I've been like, ho, I'm going to try to impress this person and, like, try to 6-0 them. And then I end up, like, losing 1-0 just because wow, that does a lot of damage. Holy moly, Scissor, you are too powerful. He's going to go for the Overheat now. He lives on 1 HP. That's cool. Alright, but I've had times where, like, I've tried to preserve the score and it's just gone so terribly. But now I can just go into Keldeo. He can't really do anything to me. And I'm going to be able to clean up the game with Spec Surf. So that is going to be the bonus episode. It actually didn't take as long as I thought it would just because this team is absolutely dominating right now. Actually, no, this is... Oh, no. I was about to say this is far from over. But I remembered that Talonflame is the thing. and Talonflame is on my side, and Talonflame is God. So yeah, that is going to be this week, or this little bonus session that we are doing. That is going to cap off the OU part of Pushed 1500. Yes, okay. I read his rating first. So we are gonna finish at 1507. That is really cool, guys. So this is the first tier that we're doing. Next week, expect some UU hyper offense. Look forward to that. If you guys did enjoy the Pushed 1500 OU series, make sure to slap that like button and show your support, and also sound off in the comments below about like which team that I used in OU do you guys think was the best? Personally, I think it was this team that I used here in the bonus episode. The Sand team worked really, really well low on the ladder, but not so well high on the ladder. But anyway, every team has its pros and cons. Make sure to hit that subscribe button if you guys are enjoying the constant content. But other than that, I will catch you guys on the flip-flop. Trying out a new intro.